So I'm just going to run through an aide-memoire for the NSR group about one of the vagal nerve exercises. It's a key exercise. You can do it standing up. I think we've done a variation in the first cohort with it standing up. It's going to show you a variation lying down because that's the one we're going to do on the second cohort, so in May. So if you find yourself a nice comfortable place, I want you to bend your legs, so keep them hip-width apart, and lying down on your back. Get yourself comfortable, kind of move your pelvis up and down a little to reposition, get your head in a nice position, maybe turn the head, just as a baseline, turn the head all the way as far as you can to the right. And then back up to the center. And then turn the head all the way to the left. So for me, the left, I go less on the left than I do on the right. So you're just noticing. And I want you to find your breath. So let's bring us into a nice breath down in the belly, the Hara breath. So place your hands on your belly, just either side of the low down chin or that belly button. The low down chin is just a tiny bit below that. If you imagine you've got a zipper running up the front of the body, which is the conception vessel, which is one of the meridians, and just below the belly button on that midline is where you've got CV6. So you're going to place your hands either side like you're cupping. You've got that lovely position with your hands, so you're cupping that lovely shape, the space around and over the belly button, over that dantian. You're going to start to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And what you're going to do is on the in-breath, if you feel to, you can place the tongue on the top palate behind the front teeth. So that's on the in-breath. On the out-breath through the mouth, you're going to just let the tongue come off that top palate. So what you do when you place the tongue on the top palate is you're creating a circuit within the body. And when you take it off, obviously you're breaking the circuit. So it's starting to build that connectivity through your system. On the in-breath, you're going to balloon your belly, push the belly up against the hands, and on the out-breath, relax the belly back down towards the spine. This is a breath I come back to a lot. So in-breath through the nose, out-breath through the mouth. And just doing about 4 or 5 of those to bring yourself down. This will relax you into that nervous system, autonomic nervous system, which is what the vagal nerve exercises do. So 4 or 5 breaths of that, when you find you have the breath kind of working quite gently from that low Hara region, you're going to interlace your fingers, you're going to raise them up, and you're going to place them behind your head. Now, if you need cushions, you can have cushions to keep your elbows nice and gently relaxed. Otherwise, you just allow the elbows to move out towards the floor if that feels reasonably comfortable. You're looking straight up at the ceiling. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take just your eyes and look over to the right as far as you can. So your face and your head are pointing up to the ceiling. The nose is pointing to the ceiling. You haven't turned your head. You've just looked over to the right with your eyes as far as you can go. And you're going to start that lovely Hara breath again. In through the nose, tongue on the top palate. Out through the mouth. Release the tongue from the top palate just momentarily while you breathe out. And again, in through the nose, tongue on the top palate, and out breath. Relaxing the breath, relaxing the tongue off the top palate. You're doing about up to 10 breaths here. And at a certain point, you might feel as though you want to take an extra breath. I'm feeling I want to take a extra breath in just through my mouth rather than my nose. That's an indication that your system has relaxed down into the autonomic nervous system. And then you can slowly bring your head back into the center. Not head back into the center, eyes back into the center. And then you're going to blink a few times, get the eyes orientated, looking over to the left. So again, you're not moving your head, you're just looking with your eyes over to the left as far as you can, as far as feels comfortable. And again, starting that horror breath. In through the nose, tongue on the top palate, balloon the belly. Out, breath through the mouth. Take the tongue off the top palate, relax the belly back to the spine. And again, 10 breaths here. There, I have a yawn on that side. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to bring my eyes back into the center, blink my eyes a few times to orientate. And then taking my hands from behind my head and bring them down beside me, palms facing up. And just closing your eyes for a moment. Now what I want you to do is turn your head all the way to the right again. So you worked with the baseline before. See if there's any difference in your neck. There may or may not be. So my right feels quite soft. When you come back to the center, just give yourself a second for everything to settle and then go to the left. Yeah, I've got a little bit more movement on that left. That's good. That's great. And then into the center. And so now I know I am in autonomic nervous system, using that really lovely, it's quite a common vagal nerve exercise. You can do it standing up. And obviously, if you get any tension when you have your hands in that position, sometimes it can feel a lot of tension along the top part of the arm and into the shoulders, then just get yourself a couple of cushions and put them around either side. Or if that feels too much for you, then holding it while you're seated. Okay, same thing, keeping the head in the center and you're looking to the side, but bring that breath in as well. Nice horror breath. That's always a good one to do. Okay, so until next time, go well and stay peaceful.